What's going on, guys? Matt Manduke here, and yeah, I'm at the Morris River Bluffs, but I'm here because Casper needed an activity. I've been home for almost a week, and he hasn't really done anything except play with Skippy, and that's not super exciting for him. But what I want to explain today is the story of my surgery, because it's been about 6 months, and I'm fully recovered now. If we look at my side here, you can see a few scars. There should be 4 of them, so there's one here, one there, one here, and there's one higher up over there. That was from where I had an adrenal gland removed. The process started, hold on, I got a tick on me. The process started, a couple years ago, because when I went for my physicals for my CDL, I was coming up with hypertension. So that started a process of finding out why I had high blood pressure. And after 8 or 9 months of blood work and exploring what was wrong with it, they did finally send me to a hypertension specialist. He specialized in kidneys, but as soon as he saw my blood work and what was happening, he knew exactly what the problem was. He sent me to University of Penn, where they're apparently the best in the country for the problem I was having, which was adrenal abnormosis, which words don't stick in my head too well when it's obscure stuff. But as you saw from the scars, what ended up happening was removing an adrenal gland. They went in and sampled my adrenal glands, which is apparently the difficult thing. Dr. Taratola is the best in the country by a long shot. Like, his success rate is something like 98%, and everybody else is like 60%. So when they put me to sleep in there, he sampled the veins inside of the adrenal glands. They told me that together your 2 adrenal glands are supposed to create a factor of 100, and they sampled the 2 of them. My right one was making a factor of 50, my left one was making a factor of 14,000. In order to make that 14,000, the adrenal gland was using all my potassium in order to create that. And the first time I went to go see Dr. Taratola, I had too low of potassium for him to do the sampling. And they told me that it was so low because, potassium, you're supposed to have an average of like 6, and they consider anything below a 3 to be dangerously low, and I was at like 1.2. So I ended up spending the night in the hospital getting potassium IVs, which I can tell you that they're no good. They burn the veins going in, but that was like taking a Viagra for me, because my body was like, hey, this is the thing we've been missing, because my adrenal glands were using so much potassium. And then through the adrenal gland issue, that was apparently what was causing my IBS issues, which, since the surgery, I'm not entirely normal, but I don't have the diarrhea problems that I have had, and what most of my rants have been about. And the reason this video is happening is because Crippled Bazooka hit me up and was like, yeah, I was taking a shit, and I was thinking about the problems you had with taking shits, and then I haven't heard from you, so I don't know what's going on. Well, my stomach's actually mostly fixed. I do still get gas quite a bit, and otherwise I guess I'm dehydrated, but I try to do what I can about that. But part of the problem with the dehydration was during the whole adrenal gland stuff, the doctor was like, I don't want to tell you can't drink water, but every sip you take is helping your body flush out the potassium through diarrhea, and you're gonna pee out potassium, and the whole idea was being dehydrated through the thing to try to preserve as much potassium in my system as possible. So now I'm trying to get back into a phase of drinking more water and not being dehydrated, which is sort of difficult. After having it done, getting back into my life, they also told me that because in order to take them out of my side here, they had to rearrange my abdomen muscles, and I shouldn't be doing anything repetitive like vacuuming for 6 months, which kind of meant no exercise, no sex, no anything to do with crunches. I was out of work for 4 months, and that's where the angry is going to come from. Not angry about the relationship, but I should be, right? The sex was bad. Something about dryness. Like being out of work from Halloween until the 2nd of February, so Groundhog's Day, in order to do this, because the adrenal sampling took time, and then I can't go back on the road to then, like, they wouldn't be able to get me home in time to be able to get the next doctor appointment done. So I was out for 4 months when the surgery was only 3 months recovery. Being out of work for that time kind of sucked, but I did sort of enjoy the downtime, because it's the most time I've had off since I've been driving truck, and, you know, can't really complain about that. But the thing I was doing during that time was kind of, shouldn't have been doing it. It just shouldn't have happened. But it's in the past. I'm not that worried about it. That is part of the reason for me not posting for such a long time, because going to doctors all the time was a pain in the ass, and it's stressful knowing that you have to have all this stuff done, and then the way that it happens is, well, the whole thing's stressful. The staying overnight in the hospital and not having anybody to pick me up, because I had to drive home after surgery the next day, and my body was not happy with that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I'll see all my friends in my next video.